What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Calls from Beyond. I am joined by our amazing co-host, the Black Cauldron.
Hello, hello, hello.
So last time we gave you guys a mukbang. For my metabolism, I don't know if we could do it again. Not saying we won't ever do it again. We might have to do like a McDonald's one or something, or
Yeah, that would be dope.
Or
do you eat seafood?
Are we doing a sushi one?
No, I don't.
Oh,
eat
like
sushi.
a boil?
Like a boil.
I've never had a boil. I've had crab and stuff, but I've never had a seafood
Oh
boil.
my god, I gotta make you a grade A Noah the Black Cauldron boil. I make my sauce from scratch. It's delicious. My kids live for it.
All right, then. Well, today's video, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail or the title, I have some creepy videos I want to show. This is something that I kind of do on my channel, and Noah does on her channel as well, where we react to TikToks or creepy videos. I do a terrifying internet video compilation. You have a bunch of Portal videos where you show evidence of...
It's unhinged.
It's unhinged.
Yeah.
So... This first video I saw like damn near 10 years ago. That's how old this video is. It is in Saudi Arabia, and it's of what is believed to be a witch on police patrol.
Okay.
So before we watch it, I just want to say there's never been a definitive answer. Some of the stories are that the guy you hear very distressed is like a newbie, and the other cops are like doing this as like a prank on him. Totally could see that, but also I just think it's a lot to set up an elaborate hoax out in the middle of the desert to just have somebody out there waiting.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
So so we'll go ahead and
I'm curious. This is why I love doing this, because you come with, I can't honestly say you have been in the spooky realm. I've always been spooky, but you be bringing them heat. Like, you sent me some video clips and I was like, where did you even find these? These are old. Like, these are 10 years old.
Well, because these are, I've seen these on like a top, a channel that I've watched for so long and that I take a lot of inspiration from is Top Fives, which they're a huge channel now. And I've never seen the guy's face. He's British, but he brings heat.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw this video.
Okay, cool.
The first time. But yeah, all right. So I think we have it. Yep. This next video actually took my breath away in terror. This video is what is believed to be a witch out in the desert in Saudi Arabia. The two men filming are said to be police officers investigating who this entity is. Here is the full video.
شاب دور 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 شايف غفلة 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 خلاص
You see her hobbling.
والله انت تروح رجل رجل
He's genuinely terrified. You can hear it in his voice.
You got to remember, they have their own pot of keys, their own stories.
Yep.
They have their own stories about these people. They have their own folklore. So who's to say that there's terror there, right? But there's also a story behind it.
Yeah.
Why he's so afraid. Walking backwards.
No, that's her hair's draped in front.
Oh.
She's like hunched over.
Oh, I see her.
In all fairness, if it does have eyes, it's looking like straight down, unless
Yes.
its eyes are in front of it. Turning off the lights here would actually maybe, it wouldn't know where to go, you know?
I feel like it would.
Do you think it's hearing his?
Oh, it's supernatural. If it's legitimate, it knows where it's at.
No, they're talking about a prank. There's nothing out there. You mean to tell me some old woman or woman in general?
It's just gonna drive out there a couple hours beforehand.
Come on now and sit out there in the pitch black. No, this is this thing's realm. Trust me.
And it screeches at him. That is when it got me.
Yeah.
And I remember watching this, like, I think it was like senior year of high school. Watching this like before school, and I was like, oh my god.
Some speculate that this is a hazing ritual done by the police force, and the man
Yeah,
that's
seeing
seen
him explain
crying
it.
in the video is a new police officer. But I don't quite buy that.
Neither.
For one, it's quite an elaborate hoax to put on. Also, it appears as though the man filming it is the one who is pleading and scared in the video. I personally feel that this would be taken from the angle of a police officer somewhere else to get the expression of the man who is scared on camera.
Yeah. So that one has lived with me for years. Like I first saw that, and I think that's what kind of helped launch the channel. Was like I remember seeing that, and I was like, that was terrifying.
Yeah, I would have been scared too. Like I said, he is crying, but they have their own folklore in Saudi Arabia, and there's a reason behind it. Because if there weren't, then why would he react that way? I truly believe that whatever this was terrified him. You can feel the energy. Like, they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I know me as a woman, I'm not standing out there just to wait on some policemen to pay me a couple dollars to prank.
to scare their friend.
Come
like
on.
we've been out like everybody here in this room, almost everybody here in this room, but I know George, you and I have at least been out to Good Springs. We're like, that's desolate. Like you get, especially at nighttime, you get down that road.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
So even just driving there and all those like little
Memorials,
memorials, I'm like, who even comes out here? You know, so there's no way. And it looks just as dark as that drive. Yeah. There's no way I would stand out there with no lights, no nothing, just to scare somebody for a couple dollars. I don't think that's a hazing ritual. I think she's exactly what he suspect she was.
Yep. George, what do you think about that? Like, because I don't know if I think you've seen that before because we've done it when we used to have Bizarre Junkies.
Yes, it's always been one that stuck out to me as unexplainable, spooky, and unexplainable in the sense that it leaves you wanting to know more about the context.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you were saying earlier, Noah, like why in the world is this even happening? If that's a real person, logistically, they should be in like the Guinness Book of World Records for being the creepiest person.
Yes. And then you got to
man.
think about it. She probably is a real person, but whenever you deal in the dark does not scare you. You know, so she's human, she's flesh, right? But
is this what lives on other planets?
This is what lives in the depths
in
of
the caves.
hell, what we would consider, right? This is the low vibrational beings and people that I talk about on my channel, on Cause from Beyond, all of that.
Yep.
That's what it is. And that's why I don't like to be called a witch, because who you calling a witch? I may partake in a little bit of witchy activity, or what would seem as so, right? But where I come from, where my people come from, the term witch is dark. And that's what that looked like that is.
That's what you kind of are referring to then, right? Whenever you say witch, because Christians are going to say she's a witch, but just with them hands, not with...
Right. Just with them herbs, you know, but it's very different. And the term around the word witch, let's just be clear, witch is like I said a couple weeks ago, witch is like the N word for some people. Like we have taken that and made it our own. It was an insult, right? And that we made our own, and it's culturally acceptable, and we say it, right? But as for the word witch, that's the same thing with my pagan and Wiccan girlies. That's their lane, and even some of my black counterparts. But don't call me a witch, because I don't think it's witchcraft what I do. I'm just
You're just vibing.
I'm just vibing with my ancestors.
So speaking of vibing, this next video is literally of a man like dumping water, like boiling water on a ghost outside his. You've seen this one, right?
This.
Yeah, because it's like wailing outside of his house.
I seen it, and the chills that I got, it was so I think I did include it in a video. If not, it's saved in my.
It's about to be featured in a video at this point.
I got such a bad vibration from
Yeah.
this. So just play the clip. Let's just play the clip. Y'all look at it. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
All right, pause here.
Yep.
It's a jinn. I remember.
Yes, which is like a Middle Eastern term for like a
Yes.
spirit or
Yes.
a shapeshifter.
Yes.
So he has the boiling water. And we can stop it right after he does it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so that's
Ain't no way.
yeah, there's no way that's faked.
Ain't
'cause-
no way.
And you see it like hit the ground, but it looks like it's going around. Like it looks like it has a silhouette in the steam.
Literally, this is the things that we talk about that we don't know. You know, like
Yeah.
the unknown. I can honestly say that upon my studies about jinns, because like we said, they are just they're ghosts or shape shifting. It depends on who you're talking to, but it's so crazy that you can hear the anguish. You can hear it before you even get out.
Yeah.
You know how mad you got to be taking 2 pots of boiling water through your house and not even skip a beat and throw it?
It's got to
Mad
be
or
like
scared?
an every night thing.
It has to be. But I truly believe that this is real. I've heard several stories and about jinns, and they do this. It reminds me of the invisible what is it called? Ya Llorona.
Oh yeah, from Mexico.
Because all I do is this is not the first.
Yeah, she's out there wailing.
Wailing,
But if
yes.
you come to find her, she
Yes.
like drowns you or
Yes, she's very unhinged. And I feel like these jinns that do this are also very unhinged because they're trying to trick you into coming out and doing this. This person, shout out to them. They're very brave. I wouldn't have
Shout
opened the door. No, because they want you to open the door. This is the thing about these spirits. They want you to invite them in. And if you open the door, that's their way in. So what's the best way to get you to open the door and let me in? Act like I'm in danger, cry, scream, whatever. But
Don't invite 'em.
I don't think this jinn thought his plan out very well.
or didn't know who he was fucking with.
Yeah, because to be scolded in ghost form, baby, I would have hung up my ghost cloak. I wouldn't do anything else. I would, like,
You would have went back and they'd be like, "Damn, you dumped water on your ass."
Yeah, man, he fucked me up. And you can tell this is, I mean, if they overlap those sounds, then they are amazing at audio. But I don't feel like that. Every time I've seen this, I've had to cleanse afterwards.
Oh, it gives you that.
Yes.
Damn,
I've
why
had to
didn't you tell
cleanse.
me? Now I got to make you cleanse. Like,
I mean, I'm going to cleanse here anyway. It's,
Oh,
it's
okay.
winter,
Alright.
you know,
It's-
the
it's-
dead drop quicker during winter and fall. So I cleanse anytime I come in the house. I don't go nowhere but here into 7-Eleven. So, you know, I always
into
cleanse.
7-Eleven. All right.
So I'm always constantly cleansing.
All right then. Well, so this next video is I've seen it before. It took me a year to find it again. It literally took me a year to find it. And so I just for Truly Bizarre, I just added it to the recent compilation series. But I wanted you to see it, and you may have seen it already. But I know we showed it when I used to have Bizarre Junkies. But this one is like the scariest video I've ever seen because it's either a ghost or it's an intruder. It's either a ghost or
don't
it's an
like that.
intruder. Like,
Because if you can't tell the difference, then it's terrifying.
well, because like it was a Reddit forum, and this guy was like, I keep hearing things in my bedroom or in my kitchen, and you'll see the photo, and then he goes, I captured this video, and everyone's like, that's creepy, but everyone goes, check your crawl spaces in your home.
Oh, no. Hell.
Yeah, and then he deleted his account, so we have no idea what happened
I
afterwards.
hate when they do that. Don't leave me on a cliffhanger. How dare you? You the one came and told me this information. I didn't know this information. Don't delete your account.
Yep.
But I'm curious.
Well, I think Reddit deleted it, but
that is scary. Okay,
yeah.
let's watch.
Let's take a look at this one. This one
Now that I've
is
seen it,
crazy.
I can't unsee it. So the other day, a Reddit user posted this photo to Reddit. It's of his apartment at night. He had been complaining of hearing rustling noises in his apartment over the last couple nights. Many users thought they could kind of see something in this
What is
area
that
of
thing?
his kitchen, but I couldn't. So I looked at the Brighton version. This is the photo Brighton.
That's a ghost.
And I know what you're gonna say. Yes, it does look like Keanu Reeves, but look at how tall he is
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
like
the
8
fridge.
feet.
But it gets
That's
so
a
much
ghost.
worse. This is a video he took of his apartment at night where you can see something happen to the light in the
so
kitchen.
creepy. I get so unnerved.
But
with
let's
this.
look at the Brighton version.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
You see him like
Oh.
pacing back and forth.
I feel like that's a ghost. I don't think that is a person.
Yes, it's terrifying. But is it a ghost?
Yes.
So because but that's going to show like they were talking about like that might like okay, yes, it is. It probably is something supernatural, but with how vivid and clear that is, I would be checking my crawl spaces.
Yes,
I
but
would be checking my house.
Whatever
for sure.
that is nearly 8 foot tall, 7
Yeah.
foot tall. And a crawl space is not, even if it was just the smallest of like a cat door or just, but
They're not gonna get
bigger.
through that.
Their shoulders wouldn't get through that.
Yeah, but like, oh my god.
I would have literally put in my 3 minutes notice.
The first time I saw that, I legitimately like freaked out. I was like, that is terrifying.
It makes you check your own crawl spaces that you don't even fucking have. You don't even have crawl spaces.
Nope.
I'm checking. You know who does have crawl spaces though, and it's here. So do you know the Diplomats apartments on Paradise? Very old Rat Pack.
No, Diplomats Apartments.
Yes. So they have apartments, right? And I used to live in them when I first moved here. I moved in with my grandma. I was taking care of my great grandma.
Oh, it's right by the Wynn Golf Club.
yes, right.
Oh, on the
across.
back side of the Wynn.
Yes, and so my uncle also lived there, and he had a upgraded. When I say upgraded, this was totally mafia like upgraded unit, right? And it looked like that. That may be his unit, the first one. It was one of the only ones that had
it's like a
upstairs,
two-story?
downstairs. Yes, but all throughout the house were crawl spaces. It was so unhinged and creepy. I mean, when I tell you, we went upstairs to his closet and it was like the shape of the Amityville horror house, you know, like that octagon, a half octagon, four
Yeah.
pointed. And in his closet, there were 2 separate crawl spaces to get downstairs and out the house. And in the reason why the Diplomats are even still there is because they consider it a historical building they have in the leasing office. All of the famous people back in wherever, you know, who performed and lived there. It was a celebrity apartment building. And we lived in that, the first window to the right. That was our apartment, but he lived in the middle and he had an upstairs, downstairs. It was so creepy. If that was the apartment that this being showed up in, I would even be questioning, did somebody get in? But I can assure you that is a ghost. I don't think that is something that is living underneath his floorboard as crawl spaces. He's too big. He has broad shoulders. It's
Okay,
a
so
ghost
then
ghost.
now I would turn to I'm cleansing the dog shit out of my house.
I mean, cleansing, you're going to have, whenever ghosts show up like that, you're going to have to do a little bit more than cleansing.
like cleansing and a priest.
Yes.
Of like each denomination.
Right.
And
Yes, whatever you can, whatever you believe in, is how you like your coffee.
357,
Man, listen.
12 gauge,
I promise
whatever.
you, I've messed around and have the king of mouse, whoever the mice king is, Mickey Mouse, come in, and if somebody praises them, cleanse him, because that doesn't make any sense. A full body apparition that clear and moving around your
Yeah.
house can become dangerous.
George, what do you think about that one?
That one always gets me because when you first showed me it, I was already like watching some things about people that lived in like West Virginia and stuff, and he kind of looked like a mountain man.
Yeah.
And that like kind of like spooked me for a while. I was afraid to look into my backyard,
Yeah.
thinking that dude might pop
Listen,
up.
I never spent a night at my uncle's house. I was like, fuck that. You got too many little doors. When I tell you it was perfect for the mafia in that time frame, it all made sense because I didn't know anything about the mafia whenever I moved here. And so, did you hear that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think he's moving the trash can.
Oh, okay.
Owner's moving the trash. All right, we'll resume here.
But I never knew anything about the mafia until I moved here, like how much of an influence and
Yeah.
how they own Vegas to this day. And I was in his room and he's like, oh, I got something for you. And he's pulling it out, but he's going through a door that's about this high up on the wall and then going through another one and then another one. And I'm like, what's that for? So if it was that type of situation, but I don't think so. I think it's a ghost.
Well, this last video is a little more personal to you and I.
Okay.
So this was sent to me by an employee of the Pioneer.
Okay.
And this happened a week and a half after my last tour there. And so this was sent in by Coco, who was the employee that was with us in the final episode. And so basically, I'll just let you roll it because you see very clearly what happens. But she's sitting there at the bar.
She's behind, right?
No, the one closer.
Oh, I don't know if I can see her. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Rewind it back. Rewind it back. What the
She said something pulled the glass out from her hand.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry to laugh at her pain, but she was genuinely terrified.
Yeah. So
That little room, that dining room, that shit is haunted as hell.
the whole, what do you mean the dining room? The whole place is.
Yeah, and then that back table.
The back table's where we just
they
talked
was
about
jumping
that.
on me,
Yeah. Which, if you
that-
haven't seen that episode yet, I'm gonna link it right
that
up here.
doesn't surprise me.
Go
but
watch it.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I met some of the employees, I don't know if they've experienced as much as say you and Brian have.
I would say they've experienced more because they're not looking for it and it just happens to them and they're there every night.
But I asked the gentleman and I loved him to death. He was such a sweetheart. I'm
Philip,
like,
yeah.
have you ever experienced anything?
But I've never met him before.
Oh, okay.
I had
'Cause
never
he's
met him
like,
before that night.
You know,
So like Coco has worked, like he only worked there for like 2 years. She's worked there for quite some time. And then Boo Bar has been there forever, which is the main bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And the stories he has are crazy. I wish he was there because I would have loved for you to have met him.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
that's insane.
and then I was telling you like a week before I did the tour with you. So if you just go, you don't have to play the video, George, but if you just want to show a still of it. If you look like you see like the water gun right there on the bottom by the iPad. There's one a little farther up. There's nobody behind the bar. I'm sitting there talking to the lady who I'm about to take on the tour, and the gun, and like it's in there. It's in like a rubber housing. You have to like pull it.
Pull it
We both see it. It just pops up and flies out. We're not even starting yet. We're just talking. Like we're just waiting for the bar to close down.
That place
and
is
just
so
bah,
cool.
bah, bah.
I'm not
I
gonna
love
lie. I was a little apprehensive to go, but I truly enjoyed my time at the Pioneer. I would go back. It is absolutely haunted. There's only one, I feel like, malevolent ghost there or a bully. But the rest of them are pretty, like, they're chill. They're chill. And of course, my ancestors ain't gonna let nothing bully me.
Yeah.
But it was very, very eye-opening because it's one thing to go into a situation like whenever we did the ghost hunt at the studio where we really don't know. I mean, we suspect it and we find stuff, but it's a whole nother thing to fuck around and find out.
When I'm telling you, we get stuff every time.
You know, it's every single time. I hope that we end up doing that again. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. We could straight up just do it ourselves.
Yeah, it's
we
like
could,
a hosting.
We could just do like a private investigation whenever we want.
yeah.
I just have to ask Steven.
Yeah, I had a very good time, and like I said, the ghosts there, a lot of them, some of them, I felt like it's still in mourning that they're dead. I felt that from the woman.
Because there's 2 employees that recently passed in the last like 3 years that are there.
Yeah, and I don't even feel that energy. I feel the energy from the woman that stays in the bathroom.
Ruby, yeah.
Yes, like it's like woe is me, and I get it. So maybe we can talk to him about possibly hosting an event and really like, inviting my subscribers, your subscribers, and just having
calls
a big
from beyond
powwow.
people. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're already talking about doing that with I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but with somebody from a TV show, doing it out there. But I'm waiting. He had a crazy month with the Fallout event, so I think he's on vacation right now,
I don't
rightfully
blame
so.
him. He deserves it.
But I know for 2025, we're trying to plan a lot
Yeah.
to do there. And so I think one of the things is like, maybe we do like a retreat
Yeah.
where we could do it in Good Springs or maybe just in Vegas,
They
but
have a
like,
hotel.
not
Good
there,
Springs?
but you just stay in Gene or Prim.
Yeah. Prim. Oh, Prim. Well, you know, I did a video on
Yep.
Prim. That's a portal in itself. Taking a whiskey Pete's. With
The Bonnie and Clyde car.
It's haunted as hell in there. I mean, they say his body is in there somewhere. They just can't find it. And I suspect it's the statue standing up at the beginning of the entrance.
I'll have to go there.
Yeah.
That's not the one with the roller coaster. It's the one with the cross, right?
It's across. I think
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills
Is the one with the roller. I've stayed there and I didn't notice anything crazy, but I was
Yeah.
also like 12 then. So I wasn't really like,
Yeah, the last time I stayed there, I was way underage, like a kid, like maybe
Yeah.
8. And it was only for like a couple hours just because my grandma would do all-nighters from Sacramento to here. And she just needed like to close her eyes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind a retreat here. My mom already said like you need to do something here. And I feel like it would be conducive because a lot of people are in the LA area,
Yeah.
Seattle area, Oregon, places like that, and they're all spooky. And you know, I think we could.
yeah. Well, let us know in the comments. I mean, comment down below. For sure, let us know what you thought of these videos because like these aren't even the heavy hitters. I think I got to bust out the heavy hitters next time.
Yeah, you do. And well, at least like some of these I've seen before, like the one from with the hot water. And I don't know if I ever ended up putting that in my compilation for my channel, but I know for sure I've seen it several times and it always gave me a bad feeling. I don't know why. I just don't. But for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have to do this again. This
Yes.
is fun.
Thank you guys for watching this. We appreciate you guys always here on the Calls from Beyond channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the Black Cauldron on YouTube, what are we doing? TikTok, who knows where that's going. And then you can subscribe to me on the Truly Bizarre on YouTube as well. But if you're wanting more, I mean, we have a ton more videos. We did a mukbang, eating Taco Bell, reading creepy stories. We have all the call-in shows. You can go watch those. We even have our ghost hunts up here. So they're going to be like right there. Yeah. Yep. That's it right there. Good job, me.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely go ahead and watch all of those. But let us know what you guys think of the bonus content. I mean, you guys really like the mukbang. And it sounds like you guys just want more content from us. So I think
I enjoyed the mukbang too.
it's just because it was.
I have no sauce, but you know, I enjoyed
Okay,
this
so maybe
as well.
maybe what we'll do next time is we'll get Taco
That
Bell.
was perfect.
But beforehand, we'll go to like Walmart and just get like the bottles.
It's not the same.
No, okay, all right. So
not
then
the
we just
same.
got to get it there.
But until next time,